No matter how it may seem, no one has control over your life except for you. This is not personal, financial, or life advice. We're just a couple of guys and an occasional guest talking out loud. Welcome to the What Are We Doing podcast.
And then I was like, you don't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages,
Boys and girls.
D Generation X. All right, let me not do that.
Oh man, what's up everyone? What's up? What's up?
Look at Kadeem waking up over there, man. Yeah, I knew that was gonna get you. I knew it was. What's going on, guys? Happy. It's Monday morning. What's going on? Another week to get closer towards your goals. Another week to hit these obstacles. Don't let those obstacles stop you.
Don't let them stop you. Keep pushing.
I should have a radio. I don't have a radio voice. What is a radio? All right, hold on. It's me, Hansome Kelly, here, my co-host.
Kadeem Brown, back in the flesh like never left. Live in the flesh, back like it never left.
Guys, we are here for one reason and one reason only. To give you guys some gems. To make sure that we let you know what we are doing. And this should be scripted. This part right here should be like a script that I should read, because sometimes I be bugging.
Sometimes, bro, you have yet to not bug.
Sometimes I be bugging, and then I get caught up in the thought because like I wanna. Who's that?
Yo, the internet is dumb, bro. The internet is definitely undefeated, bro. The stuff you see on the internet, bro, is undefeated.
You know, it's not actually the internet that's undefeated. It's people.
It's people.
Right? It's not. I never understood that saying, like the internet is undefeated. Like, there's no one who's like trying to stop the internet. Like, no one's like, oh, let me go fight the internet and try. No one's doing that. Like, so the internet's gonna remain undefeated. Yo. It's just that people, they have all these ideas and they put it out there. They put these memes out there and it makes it great. But you can't say the internet's undefeated. That's foolish.
It's a lot of funny stuff.
Yeah, we just saw a picture of what's that guy name again? Tekashi. Is it Tekashi?
Yeah, Tekashi
6ix9ine and
50 Cent.
And it said 69,000.
Why that was so funny.
That is pretty funny though. That's pretty funny. But we're here, guys. We've been doing a lot. But no matter what, we're still here every Monday giving you guys the gems that's needed, and that's also part of our routine. We're going straight into it.
Mm-hmm.
No game. We're going straight into it. We're talking about routine today. We're talking about daily routine. Mm-hmm. You know, what I personally feel that no matter what, a daily routine is also about discipline. Mm-hmm. I think that I feel that no matter how you feel, you have to do something daily that's going to get you closer towards hitting your target, or closer towards helping bridge that gap between your current reality and where your goals are. And I think that also boils down to your daily routine. Daily routine comes down to habits. You know, people say they have like bad habits and you try to replace bad habits. I don't know if you could necessarily replace bad habits. I think that boils down to you just create new habits, and since you create those new habits, it just replace. Just like it washes away.
Replace no habits. Yeah.
But yeah, back to the daily routine. I think that it is very important, especially like when I do things that's not a routine. I see it in the way I react and in the way I prosper or don't prosper. It's more so of you'll wake up, and when you don't have a daily routine, you'll just wake up and do whatever you want to do, and then a lot of things become forgetful. Because what we do is we keep our head like a filing cabinet, and that's like the worst thing you could do.
Yes.
The best thing is to like what I focus on doing now. I have like my like personal journal. It's a daily journal, or not journal, but a planner.
Yeah.
So before I go to sleep at night, I make sure that I write down what I want to do the following day, because there's plenty of times where I wake up and I'm like, what am I doing today? And then even if you have things that's planned, you forget.
Yeah.
But if I have a planner, I can go into it, because my head's not a filing cabinet. I can go into it and write things down. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because when people don't have a daily routine, it shows. And one example that I want to bring up now is people who are retired. When people are retired, majority of them don't have a daily routine. They just wake up and do whatever, and that shows in their productivity. That it also shows in their money and also their well-being. You ever see someone who who gains a lot of weight or they go broke after being retired. I feel the reason why is because that daily routine and the schedule is gone. Like let's say if Monday through Friday, majority of people have jobs from 9 to 5, right? So you know that Monday you got to wake up at a certain time. You got to either leave your house to drive, catch a bus, some type of transportation to get to your job at a certain time. So from here to here, you got to do that at a certain time. Then from 9 to 5, or no matter what time you leave or you work for, you're at work. 5 o'clock, you get off, 6 o'clock, you get off, no matter what. You know that when you get off, even if you have plans, you have to make sure that when you get home, I got to get home by a certain time, or I have to make sure I'm sleeping by a certain time so I can have this much sleep available so when I wake up, you're good. So now you're doing that Monday through Friday. Now, Friday comes, you don't have to worry about that when it comes to the night. That's why people are so hype. Oh, I'm out of my routine. And once that Friday night come, now Saturday come. People just wake up Saturday, do whatever. There's no set plan. And the reason why there's no set plan because your routine when it comes to work, your routine doesn't form into your life. It's best to have your routine rather around your life rather than work. But I'm just giving an example. So now you're working up Saturday. You're doing whatever you want. You wake up, whatever, do whatever, blah, blah, blah. Go out the day. Nighttime come, you party, whatever you want to do. And then Sunday come, the same thing. However, but Sunday night, you know that I need to be asleep by a certain time so I can get back into my daily routine. And that's the whole purpose of planning. Now, when you don't have that, let's say you're retired, you wake up without a plan. It's just like a Saturday. Every day's a Saturday to you. So you wake up and you're like, what, me? No. So now you wake up and you're like, I don't really know what to do. So you have no productivity plan. You have no structure to go about your day. So now you're losing it. So that's why people, they just spend whatever, and they don't focus on their body. They don't focus on their mind because it's nothing that's pushing them to have a routine set to get their life together.
100%. Yeah. Planning, it comes down to huge, and that's productivity too. Right. It's so hard to be productive if you don't plan out your day with anything.
I said productivity.
I said productivity.
Did I say product?
No, I said it by accident.
You said product? Or I said.
No, I did.
Is it like tomato?
I don't think it's tomato.
It's two different words. Yeah. Oh, okay. What means tomato?
Yeah, you know what's so funny about tomato and tomato?
Is that French, right? Tomato is a
I think
French
everybody
term?
Except for people in the United States say tomato.
So it is. So it's one. So it's like we do day, month, year. No, we do month, date, year, which is kind of weird. It should be.
Day, month, yeah. It's so funny about tomato and tomato. One day I was trying to write a quote about tomato and tomato, right? So I forgot what the thing was. Like, you say tomato, I say tomato. So I wrote out tomato and everything. And then I'm like, yo, how do you spell tomato? So I spent at least 20-30 minutes trying to figure out how you spell tomato.
Were you asking someone this, or you were
I was Googling it, trying to look. People say, I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm all over the place, bro. How do you spell tomato?
Wait, you was watching YouTube videos?
Yeah.
So this is recent.
This is probably 3-4 years ago.
You went to what school again?
Oh man, here we go.
What school?
Elmont.
That's what. Keep going. I was trying to refer to where you get that type of thinking from, but it makes sense.
That was after college too, bro. That's too
even
funny,
worse.
Bro.
You went to college?
But discipline, productivity, though, those go hand in hand, and the schedule is so important. Even if your schedule is changing day to day, like for me, my schedule changes day to day. I try my best to incorporate as much as possible in my schedule, but like you said, the day before I kind of plan out my day, and you see my board in my room, I kind of wait Monday, Tuesday, stuff that I can kind of foresee that a task that I want to get done and need to get done. I kind of write those down, and nah, this one doesn't have one.
Right here, the top one.
Nah, that's not it.
That's not twisting?
Nah. Do you see how yours has a thing?
Oh, right.
This one's completely different. This mic, sorry, if you didn't hear me before.
Mic sucks.
Yeah. This, so...
HansomeTKelly@gmail.com. Looking for the co-host.
So, yeah, the product... Yeah, just... what was I saying? Productivity is scheduling, yeah. So, the day before, I'll try to write down the same journal. I think we have the same journal. So, I try to write down, what I want to do for the next day and just try to accomplish all those goals. If I don't accomplish them, I try to just push it on for the next day as well.
Yeah. I think we have a guest today.
Yeah, if you want to stand and come talk.
I think we have a guest. We have Dr. Brown.
Dr. Brown in the house.
Is Dr. Oh, she's observing. Oh, so we're your patients right now. Oh, okay, Doctor.
Oh, yo, come here. Come right here.
Come on, get on real quick. Come on, Dr. Brown.
Yeah, we shouldn't have talked on the other mic. Let everybody know how's training for your we're talking about scheduling.
A quick update, yeah.
How's training for your marathon going with your scheduling and everything?
Oh, did they know I was training for a marathon?
Nah, but
now, you gotta tell them.
Now they know.
Come over here.
Boom. Grab a seat.
Scheduling with Dr. Brown.
We have a surprise guest, free consultation.
There we go. I don't gotta pay for
I came out here
shit.
to eat my breakfast. What are we talking about today on this podcast?
I think you was observing, doctor.
Kadeem asked me to talk about my schedule for what?
Your marathon. You're running the marathon, so let us know how your schedule for marathon is.
Yes, I'm running the New York City Marathon.
When is it?
November 4th.
How do you have to pay for a marathon or you sign up?
So everyone asks me this. So there's a couple of ways you can get into a marathon. So number one, you can qualify for the marathon.
How do you qualify?
So you run a bunch of races, and your timing gets you
How
into
fast
the marathon.
you have to do it?
It depends. Some is based on time. In New York, they also have it in if you run 12 races over the course of the year, like halves, or they have a specific amount of races, you can qualify for the marathon the next year.
Okay.
How did you qualify?
Or I'm just going through all the things.
Sorry.
Or you can enter a lotto. And I think most people actually for the New York City Marathon get in through the lottery. So that means you just enter your number, you sign up, and then they do a lottery. They
So would it be too late for me?
Yeah.
It
well,
is?
actually, it might not be.
I'm the Flash.
So, or you can run for a charity.
H will not even run 1 mile, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, my stamina is ridiculous.
Doubt it. H never does cardio in the gym at all.
You're being funny.
You never do, bro.
Bro, my stamina is ridiculous.
Do you go to every day with gym with friends?
No.
So you don't know what he does.
My stamina is ridiculous. Like I'm not even like trying to like toot my own horn. My stamina is ridiculous.
Yes. So, or you can run for a charity. So certain
so I heard you have to
charities-
pay to get into a marathon. Is that?
Yeah, you have to pay.
That's
no,
crazy.
No matter how, like even all the halves that I've done, you
I
have
gotta
to pay for all of them.
to get in a marathon.
Yeah, bro. How do you think the marathon is? How do you think they run their money? How do you think they pay for staff? How do you think they pay to shut off the roads?
You know how much money the city makes?
Bro, it's not a
keep in
city.
pockets?
It's not a city event. It's a company that's putting it on.
What company is it?
I don't know, bro.
Because it's called New York City Marathon.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's just like the Chicago half, the Chicago full, like all of those different.
So they
people
just
put
have it.
those
This
on.
is just
They
like
just name it by the city.
All right, so it's an organization. Is it an LLC organization or is it non-profit?
It depends on who's putting it. Like when
Because that
there's a few that I've run in.
That says a lot where I'm going to go with this conversation.
There's a what?
That's going to determine where I'm going to go with this conversation.
Wow.
If it's definitely non-profit, I'm running for free. I'll donate $1.
bro, a non-profit. You know, most colleges are non-profit.
Yeah,
bro. Just because it's a non-profit, they still have to make money.
Yeah,
Non-profit,
it's a business. Business makes money. That's the purpose of
but
a
non-profit means that nobody is. There's no CEO. That's all a
It's
non-profit means.
non-profit.
Yeah, there's no CEO. There's no guy on top collecting and reaping
That's
all the
one of the
benefits.
easiest ways to make money, though. Non-profit.
How, bro? That makes no sense.
You can do a lot of write-ups with non-profits rather than LLCs.
Nah, bro. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
just like the NFL's non-profits. They make more money than those in unions for the NBA.
No, bro. But
We're getting off topic. No, we're not.
No,
Keep
that's
going.
on topic,
Yeah.
bro. Non-profit is just somebody at the top. Like, there's no person collecting all the extra money. Like, all the extra money is refunded back into making the organization run. That's all a non-profit is, bro.
Are you explaining to the guest or are you explaining to me?
Explain to you.
I don't think you should be explaining it to me. I'm talking about being
Okay,
able to run for free.
No, this just means guaranteed. So any of these, so it's guaranteed entry. So guaranteed entry when you qualify, guaranteed entry when you get the lottery, and guaranteed entry plus you have to pay for the marathon.
So is it a entire marathon or is it a half marathon?
It's a full 26
Okay.
miles.
So is it?
So yeah, so it's November 4th. I'm running for a charity, which honestly I actually need to start. I haven't started fundraising yet. So,
I mean, you got this podcast. Here we go. You can start it up.
no, I'm gonna start my fundraising. I need to like put that into my training.
So you don't want to use our platform for that right now?
Yeah, when I'm ready, can I come back on and pump my?
Don't worry, we got you supported.
Yeah, you guys are gonna put it on your social
Yeah, of course.
media.
But what charity are you running for?
I'm running for Harlem United. It's
What
a
are they about?
nonprofit organization in Harlem. It started as a org that was really focused on giving free health care to communities underserved.
Oh, wow.
Especially those affected by HIV/AIDS. But now it's really expanded to providing free health care in the Harlem community. So it's going to a good cause.
Is it only Harlem community?
From the charity that I'm running for, yeah.
Okay.
So me and my roommates from college are actually running. So let me tell you the story about how this happened.
Okay.
It was one of my birthdays. I cannot remember which one. Maybe my 25th birthday. It was when I started running halves.
It's when you passed 30. You don't
Start forgetting. She's doing her age out there.
And my two roommates, yeah.
Oh wow.
So how do you think I was?
Like, well, then again, you're. So no, I don't know. I think you're 27, but
okay,
that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. So I don't know when it was, but it was after I started running a whole bunch of half marathons. Mm-hmm. So one of my roommates called me and I was like, when we're 30, the year we turn 30, we should run the New York City half. Mm-hmm. And then the other one called me. I was like, guess what I just told Janelle or Francis? I can't remember who called me first. I was like, when we're 30, we're running the New York City half. And we're like, yeah, that's like years from now. We have a lot of time. So this year, we all turning 30 this year. So we're running it.
You're not over
no,
30.
I'm 30.
Oh.
Everybody turned 30.
Everyone else is turning 30.
Okay,
we
that's
turning
cool.
2018. And the great thing is, or the interesting is that the charity that we're running for is also turning
30 years?
this
Oh, that's
year.
ill.
Yeah.
Wow,
so we're trying to find a clever hashtag.
30 for 30?
30 for 30.
Come on, that was too easy.
That was good. That's
too
good.
easy.
Or
I'm
running for
talking to
30.
Dr. Brown.
Running for 30 is one that we started.
Running for
using.
30.
Bro, I'm talking to Dr. Brown. Running for 30 is not bad.
Yeah, so I'm running for a charity. I honestly have not started, and I have a little bit. I need to really get on
What's
that.
the most miles you ran? The most I've ran was, I think, 4.5.
So I've run 10 half marathons.
Whoa.
Got
me beat.
So 13.1 miles is the most that I've ever run at a time.
I think I can, like, without like really feeling it, I think I could do like 5.5. Because after the 4.5, I was like, I was feeling it, but I wasn't really. It was like I could have done more. I just didn't.
Yeah, you can. I think.
Hold on, he gonna say something funny.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
I was gonna ask you, like, is it more mental? Like,
I was just about to.
Yeah.
You just said
So,
that, like 4.5. You felt like you could do more. I feel
So
like,
what it is it was really a destination that we did, but it was more so like that's really with anything, like to get yourself into it, get out of it is all mental. But when I was running, like when I saw the finish line, I was like, I'm getting ready to finish. It was more so of like I think that if you have a destination set, and let's say like if you listen to music or something that really like tricks your mind to not focus on what exactly you're doing. Like an example is like driving. Like you ever been driving and then like you say to yourself, damn, how did I get here?
Yeah, there's a word for that. I don't know what it is, but there's there's a thing for. I forgot what it's
Oh,
called.
just like that, you just trick your mind to not focus.
I wish we
on
had a psychologist to tell us what that
Yeah, it would be
was.
pretty cool, right? It's like you're tricking your mind to not focus on your activity, but just go about doing it, and that's really what I was doing. And I mean, your body does feel it. Like once you like after a certain distance, your body feels it. But I mean, then again, I didn't do like 10 miles.
Girl, once you have a destination, the journey's easier.
Yeah,
that's a bar. That's on top of that.
There you go.
that was good. That was good,
right?
Good.
Yeah.
So what's the training like for running the marathon?
So everyone's training is different.
Hold on, are all your friends doing the same thing, or everybody has their own plan?
We're all doing similar things when it comes to running, but all different things outside. I guess I don't know.
What's outside?
What's your guys' daily routine for it?
So what I do.
Did you guys say that plug that I did? I did it around
full circuit.
I did a full circle to daily routine. Just putting that in there.
So my friends, so one of my friends is a full-time entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. So her routine for running is because she sets her day up differently. Mm-hmm. Obviously. Oh, you guys should have her on the show.
Yeah,
Plug. You guys should have Janelle on the show.
That's a plug.
But so we all run at different times. Mm-hmm. What I do, I can talk for myself. I have a trainer, so I work out with him 3 times a week. Mm-hmm. Kadeem's trainer too. Mm-hmm. So we work out 3 times a week.
Are we gonna plug him in?
Huh?
We're gonna plug him too?
Yeah, John Jay. John Jay, the greatest trainer in the world.
John Jay, UFC Jay.
That's pretty cool. He got a school name after him.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. You guys should have him on the show.
We're gonna have him on the show.
He'd be good. Does he listen?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, so he's hearing this. Hey, JJ.
He's just made the corniest joke. He's laughing.
I didn't even hear him.
It was so bad.
All right, so I'm gonna go on.
Yeah.
So I work out with my trainer 3 times a week. Mm-hmm. So it depends. So last week was like mental.
He went to John Jay College.
Oh my goodness. Last week was mental toughness week or something that he named it. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. So we did a lot of things I didn't like. Okay. Like on that bike, this bike that they have in the gym.
And you go,
but it was all
for 30 seconds?
Yeah, but it wasn't for 30 seconds that he had me go that.
So what's your daily routine?
My daily routine?
Yeah.
Oh, let me finish the gym and then I'll go back to this.
Okay.
And then one day we do lower body. The other day we'll do upper body, and then full body the next day. And then he gives me a running schedule. And this week I was really not that great with my running schedule. So
and a food schedule.
3 short runs, 1 long run on the weekend, and then a meal plan that I haven't really. The meal plan is my struggle.
What's your distance along
as you eat right now?
Excuse me, why you
what was that?
Yeah, I came out here to have my breakfast.
Those are plantains?
I had plantains, and then this is like a fried potato. I shouldn't be saying fried. Anyway, I told you the meal plan is my hard part. So that's kind of my daily schedule.
No, but what was your distance? That you said you run a long distance and short distance.
So this week I was supposed to do a 2 3-mile runs and a 4-mile run during the week, and then today or tomorrow I'm supposed to do a 5-mile run. Okay. Last week I was a 7-mile run.
Do you do distance or on treadmill?
Oh, I hate the treadmill. So when we first started training, I used to only do the treadmill, and I hate the treadmill, and I hate the track.
You think treadmill is harder?
Yes.
I think so, too.
It just feels harder. So
I think it's harder because you're not going anywhere.
That goes back to destination thing. Like you have no
Yeah,
destination.
it's in your mind. Half of this is just mental. It's mental half the time. So, yeah. So that's my training schedule. It's going good so far. I think originally I was going to do this by myself without a trainer, but I'm really happy I got the trainer just because he pushes me, and I don't know if I would have stuck.
Yeah, it's really important.
I would have been sticking to the plan as much as I could. So I feel like I'm going to be ready. I just need to make sure that in the next couple of weeks I don't slack on my running. Like yesterday I went, he's like, did you do your runs this week? And I was like, no, I did only one. He's like, I could tell because the way you're working out.
Yeah, having a trainer when it comes to anything, financially, physically, spiritually, having a trainer is so important because it's so easy for us to let ourselves down, but it's very difficult to let somebody else down.
Exactly, because you know he's gonna.
Yeah, especially if you have a trainer who's like, you got to do 5 miles, and like you're gonna see like no matter what you're doing, like, damn, I got to do 5 miles. I don't want him to ask me and I say no.
Yeah, I'm like always like I don't want him to ask me.
Right. But when it comes to daily routine, why do you feel? What is your daily routine, and do you feel it is important? Because we're talking about daily routine.
Oh my goodness! So I'm very. When it comes to a daily routine, so it depends. So on the weekends, I don't have a routine because it's my chill time. I just like okay. I didn't hear that, guys. So I just like to just go with the flow. When I was studying for my test or when I was in grad school, I used to have a little bit more routine because I had to work over the weekends. But now that I don't, I have no routine over the weekends. In the week, my routine usually is I get up.
There's definitely no routine because it's 2 o'clock right now. She says she's just waking up to eat breakfast on Saturday.
I was planning on going to church, but then the day got away with me.
Wake up whenever, go about your day, however.
Anyway, so wake up, I go to work. Okay. Honestly, when I was in grad school, I had such a great morning routine. I had a routine when I came home. And now when I moved back to New York, I was studying and trying to like get used to my job. And so my routine got all over the place. So now I'm really, because I thrive on routine. So when I have a routine, when I know like I'm doing this, and this, I write everything down. I'm good. So this month I've been really focusing on, and last month too, my work routine. Right. So when I get to work, the first thing I do is like I have a planner with the dates in it, and then I have a journal thing that is not really a planner. You can put the date on it. It's very cute.
It's hot.
Yeah, no.
Like
it's hot because outside is hot. That's why. So like the fan is on, but outside is hot, so it's only going to bring in hot air.
What?
Yeah. So turn the fan off.
Yeah, sure.
That's probably why.
What?
Yeah. So that ceiling fan.
It's hot outside, so the fan is hot?
It sucks in whatever the air is outside. It sucks in that air.
That sucks.
Yeah, so
it shouldn't have an AC.
It shouldn't. No, there's ACs in the rooms. But
that's why you have that. So pretty much, like once you guys come out of the room, you're in hell.
Yeah. Or if it was nicer outside, you would be feeling a better air, and it's probably gonna start feeling better in here now that that's off.
That's true.
Wow, that's
So when I get to work,
that's Long Island.
We
don't have those problems in Queens.
Oh man, that's
even my central air is not like that.
It must be nice.
That's central air.
We're just hot. No, it's a fan.
Long Island air.
Fan.
Long Island air.
Yes, I just write down everything I'm going to do for the day.
It feels different out here too, like the air. Like once you cross that border, let me stop. All right, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you up. Keep going.
Yeah, I write down everything I'm going to do for the day, my priorities, and then I tackle it like that. And then sometimes, and then at the end of my day, I clear everything. Like I make sure my desk is clear, my office looks exactly like how it looked when I got there. So when I come in the next day, I can just start, okay, let me make my plan for the day and go through the day. If I don't do that, or there's been periods of times when I didn't do that, I'm just a hot mess. When I was on internship and postdoc.
What's that?
So internship is like your last year of grad school. Postdoc is after you graduate. It's like an extra year of training. It's like postdoctoral training.
Do you get paid for that?
Yeah, you get paid. You don't get paid, but you get something. Yeah, you get paid a little bit more than you got paid when you're on internship. Like a little bit more.
What I like to do when it comes to like daily routine is like at night I like look over my list of things I have down in my planner, and then I ask myself, what's this internal? I ask myself like let's say if I didn't complete 3 things, I'll say like, what did you get done? What didn't you get done? I have questions, but I ask, what did you get done? What didn't you get done? Why didn't you complete this task? And for tomorrow, what can you do that way that it doesn't repeat itself?
Yeah, exactly. You know what book is really good? The Power of Habit. Have you read The Power of Habit?
No, I haven't.
You guys should read I cannot remember who read that.
It's a yellow book, right?
It's yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow and orange.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen that book.
It's so good. It's really, really good. And it talks about, and I actually
Do we have that book here?
I don't know. I listened to it on Audible.
I have the optimized book.
And I that book talks about why like a routine and why when you set up a daily routine and you get into a habit, why you thrive in like so many areas of your life. Yeah, and how companies, and I love this book.
That's crazy.
Let me see.
I didn't read it though.
That book.
It's in my library.
It's so good. Yeah, I think I've seen you post that before.
I think I might have seen you post it.
Yeah, I posted, but I didn't read it though.
Okay.
And yeah, and it talks about how companies, because they know people thrive on habit, how they try to get you into the habit of using their product in a routine. And the greatest, in the beginning, they tell a story about Febreze. So the way they were marketing Febreze, so they gave a bunch of people Febreze. They set up cameras in their house, and they're like, okay, everyone's talking about like how you use Febreze.
That was real?
Yeah.
They're commercials that they used to do?
Oh, so those commercials are like modeled after. After what they did. So then they realized at some points in time the way they market it. So they were marketing it as something you clean with, or something that you spray every day, or something. And they realized their sales weren't that good. So they really researched like what is the habit that people do whenever they use Febreze. And what they realized is that after people use Febreze, they spray and then they go like this. Like they breathe in.
So that's what they started.
And then everybody has that habit. So then they started marketing it as like you clean your whole house, or you spray something and then you breathe in.
That's clever.
And then because that's the habit, and then that's how they marketed it. And
that's clever.
Then their sales like took off once they started to do that after their research. That's so clever. I'm a big advocate of habits and having routine and all that good stuff.
What about you, Deem?
All right, is this my cue to peace out?
Okay.
It was great. I love being a guest on the show.
Did we cut you off?
Yeah, we cut her off for her.
No, did we cut you off?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's continue what you picked up.
I don't remember where I was dropped off, but scheduling wise, what was I think
it's about the importance of schedule. Yeah, right. The importance of schedule.
Oh yeah, because schedule creates a habit. Habit creates consistency. The hardest part for me is that discipline, like the discipline of staying on top of the task, like staying on my goals, being consistent, being disciplined with everything. So that's why scheduling for me is so important. Even though I do schedule, and I still a lot of the times don't even hit my goals and everything like that. Not my goals, but like my daily goals and stuff. Yeah, you just put it right there. Thank you. I still don't hit my daily goals and things of that nature, but that's what that consistency and me keep on trying to write it down every day, make it aware, bring it to my self-conscious. Yo, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. So that's what hardest part for me, schedule. But I do, like I said, I think we all said the same thing. We all have journals. Right. We all write down exactly what we want to do the next day. And that's why it's so crazy when people are like, how you know people don't have schedules or they're not living that life. If somebody can hit you up and be like, yo, what are you doing today? Like Cameron did I show you that Cameron has if you go way back into Cameron's Instagram, he has a post where he's like, yo, one of his boys hit me up today like, yo, what are you doing today? He was like, what am I doing today? What are you doing today? He said, you should have thought about what you were doing today yesterday. That's why you're in the position that you're in right now. And he was just like going in on him, just saying, good. Yo, you gotta plan out your day. You gotta know what the next day and what the next day. Like our last guest was saying, like everything is, he doesn't have 20 years planned out, but he knows what tomorrow's gonna be. He knows what the next day is gonna be after that. Right. And if you have a short-term goal, you should be doing something, at least one thing to get you towards toward that. That's the, I mean, we talk about that every single podcast. I think is like,
it's funny. I was actually I was in a ride. I'm not gonna say who I was with, but he said, what was I supposed to do today? And in my head I was like, damn. Yeah. and I said, yeah, that's bad.
That's bad. Yeah.
And you should know what you're gonna do.
But you talk about, you mentioned this as well, like, yo, you don't want to your brain is a file cabinet. You don't want to fill it up with junk. Yeah. So you don't want to put all that stuff. That's why it's so important to write a lot of stuff down, because you don't want to try to store that when there's so much more good information that you can be storing in there.
Yeah, I learned that from Warren Buffett. He said, "Don't treat your brain like a filing cabinet."
Yeah, it's not.
I learned that so many years ago, and ever since then I've been focusing on doing that. And that's why I like Shah said the same thing. Like I can use my phone, but I'm really big on paper and pen and writing. You see it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm big on doing that rather than just always having it in my phone. Even because it's sometimes like I'll type it in my phone, but I feel like when I'll put it in my phone, but when I physically transfer from my phone to my binder where I have all my documents and everything in, it just triggers like a memory inside of my brain.
Yeah, bro, that's 100%. So right now I'm studying for my Series 7. Yeah. So when I'm studying and I'm looking at notes and stuff like that, I feel like there's a different type of power in actually physically writing it down on a piece of paper, and I feel like that helps you kind of memorize it too. You kind of have like a visualization, like even when you're taking in tests and stuff like that, sometimes you can visualize, okay, I wrote that down, I know exactly. It jogs your memory basically. Right. So that's a big thing for me, is writing stuff down, because even when you write stuff down, it almost gets stuck in your mind as well for me too, because I feel like I'm more of a visual learner. Writing it down and then looking over it, that helps me a whole lot.
Self-awareness is good, that you realize what you are. People don't realize that.
No, that's like I said, my biggest struggle, bro, is the consistency in the gym. I feel like that's my
you gotta change that.
And I was on a podcast. You definitely check it out. This is so long ago. Now they're recording. It's like 3 weeks ago. Oh, wow. Damn, we'll put the link in the description. I'll send you the description to put it in the link. So it was a weight loss podcast. One of my boys.
Yeah.
He's the one that actually like helped. Like you never met him, but he kind of helped me like navigate through how to start the podcast and everything like that. He started another podcast. It's a Weight Watchers podcast. He's on Weight Watchers. He lost like 118 pounds in a year. Yeah. So he's killing it. So I was on that podcast episode. We kind of talked about the consistency. Yeah, facts, bro. We were talking about the consistency of just being consistent, and what really helps with being consistent, and what helps with your with setting goals and creating habit and scheduling is the community. It's like, that's why Weight Watchers is so, I feel like it's so good, because you're in a community of people, who are dealing with the same thing, going through the same thing, having the same struggles and everything like that. That's why, okay, like if you want something, surround your people who's achieving it. So yeah,
that's marketing 101 right there. That's I think that's mainly why a lot of teams and like network marketing companies, why they either fail or they succeed. Because once you have that the positive environment, positive vibes, you know, that's why they have so many like launch parties or whatever. Yeah. They have that, and everyone comes there hype, because they want you to see that type of energy that's around. It's contagious. And now if you don't have a group of people who are in the same boat as you, who can relate to you, it's very hard for you to excel with those people, because like, how can I relate to you if we don't even talk about what's going on? We don't know what's going on with each other.
And that's what the last guest was saying too. Remember, he was saying like, yo, it's hard to look at somebody who is at level 10 or who hit their career and relate. And that's, I feel like that's what we kind of do on this podcast also, is kind of bridge that gap from somebody who's just starting out to the ultimate level of success. Like we have people who are just getting in the industry. We had KB, he just started training, and even from that time when he was our first guest till now, like he's taking off. Like he's ridiculous. We had Janelle on. She just got her foot in the at the in the music industry. So she's doing everything. Yeah, like, so it's crazy. So we're trying to bridge that gap as well. to make it possible, make it feasible for people to see, yo, if I just put in a little time and put in a little hard work, yo, it's literally right there. And me and my sister were having a conversation the other day so I'm studying for my Series 7 and everything like that. I was speaking to somebody and he works at Merrill Lynch, and then we were talking about the accident, life, and health test. Right. So I was telling him, like, I'm studying for this, yada yada yada, it's mad hard. He's like, yo, and I'm thinking automatically in my head, he's younger than me too, so I'm thinking automatically in my head, like, damn, he's probably mad smart, he knocked us out the park. He was like, yo, that test, I failed it 4 times. I'm like, don't tell me that, bro. I'm about to go take this test right now. He's like, oops. But me and my sister was talking about, yo, you don't know what people went through to get to the point where they're at right now. So
that's their lane. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, so you never know what the past people went through to get to where we're at, and I feel like that's where we're trying to bridge that gap right here. Yo, you are gonna go through struggles. You are gonna fail a bunch of times. You are gonna fail tests. You are gonna fail in life. You're gonna fail a lot of stuff to get to that level where you want to be. But when you're there, nobody knows. The biggest thing, so funny, the biggest thing I always keep in my mind when losing about weight also is, like, if I meet somebody tomorrow, they don't know the past me. They don't know the past me. So every day is a new opportunity for me to be a new person, or to be not a new person, but a better version of my yesterday self. So I'm always saying that, like, damn, I might be fat now, or I might not be comfortable now, but let me work. So when I have another opportunity to meet somebody, they don't know the past me, they know the future me. And that's what I try to keep in mind too.
Right. And before fully bring this full circle, I actually want you guys to just remember that Kadeem just said, like, the guy was younger than him. So before he even got to it, his focus was he's younger than me and he took the test. Now, a lot of us, we get caught up with, not trying to throw it, but we get caught up with looking at someone's appearance and not, as you just said, we don't know what they've been through. So he failed it 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. You don't know that, though. All you know is that he passed it.
That's it.
And you don't know that he could have been studying probably an hour a day when it comes to you studying 5 hours a day.
Exactly. So that's what he kind of mentioned too. He was like, yo, I was like, the first time I took it, so he had the finance major. So he's like, okay, I could just take this because of my past, I'm fresh out of school and everything. I just taken some pads. Took it the first time, boom, failed. He's like, damn, let me take it the second time, boom, failed. He's like, okay, I know it now because I failed so many times. Let me take it another time, and boom, failed. So the third time he take it, he was actually already had an internship at Merrill Lynch, and they're like, yo, we're not hiring you unless you pass it this time. And then he was like, all right, let me study now. So he took the time out and studied for like a month, and then
isn't that so funny how God, what he does is we'll repeat a lesson over and over until we realize, all right, this is what we're doing wrong. Study. Yes. So let me study now to pass this test.
That's exactly. We were dying. That was a great conversation. We were dying.
But yeah, to bring it full circle when it comes to daily routine, one thing that when it comes to routine, I feel that so we process things differently in our brain. Like I used to do this. I used to put like everything on my planner, just so I can check it off. Because the feeling of checking something off is like you feel so accomplished. I recently started to not do as much, and the reason why is because I put like 15 things on there, knowing damn well I'm not gonna get those 15 things
easily
done.
Not gonna do
I know that. And it's like I would look at myself, like I'll look at the list, like I feel like a failure because like I want to accomplish so many things, but I'm not doing it. What I'll do is I'll limit and I'll focus priority on let me accomplish these few. And after accomplishing those few, then you can rise it up. But you don't want to just go on starting and put everything on there because you're gonna fail. You're not gonna accomplish everything.
Hands down.
You only have 24 hours. Whoa, no, you don't. That's another saying I don't like.
What?
You only have 24 hours in a day. That's not necessarily true. Let me explain it.
Please do.
So. Everyone always says you have 24 hours in a day. That part is true. However, you only have like your 24 hours in a day starts at 12:01 a.m. It doesn't start from like when you wake up. You have 24 hours. That's not how it works. So you literally have a time span from 12 to 12, and then you have from 12 to 12. So let's say if you go sleep at like 1 o'clock in the morning and you wake up at like 8 o'clock. Those hours right there are gone. So it's not that you're going to wake up.
But the saying is you only have 24 hours in a day. Use them. Like, you got to use them accordingly.
Yeah, but people think that, like, they go on we got the same 24 hours.
Yeah, everybody has the same 24 hours. That's true, bro. There's no way around that.
No. What I'm saying is the 24 hours in the span of you waking up. Like, your 24 hours doesn't start when you wake up. It starts at 12
But that's why the most successful people start their day so early.
That's actually arguable too. That's arguable.
Talk to me.
Oh, you have this plenty of successful people who don't start their day like at 4 a.m. where people think that you have to start your day at 4 a.m. to be successful. You have those who have like Mark Zuckerberg. He doesn't start his day at 4 a.m. He starts his day like I don't know the exact number, but it's a reasonable time frame where he starts his day. I personally feel that it boils down to not when you start your day, but what you accomplish in that day.
Yeah. That's the same thing.
But
we're saying.
I don't think that like I feel by you saying you have to like start your day early. Many people think that I would never be successful because I don't start my day early.
It's definitely what you want, and this is more for the beginning stages of your entrepreneurship. I'm sure he's starting his day that late now, but in the beginning stages, he was up all day coding and do whatever he had to do. But in the beginning stages, bro, you got to start your day early because you got to maximize. You got to start your day early so you have all that time up, and then you have to maximize that time that you're actually.
You also
got
to maximize your sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is a full circle, bro.
How many hours of sleep you get?
Right now, because I'm studying my ass off, my schedule is like ridiculous. Like I legit have no schedule right now. I'm legit just going to sleep.
How many hours?
I don't know. Maybe like a day now.
What?
Maybe
I think even a day.
A day now. Maybe I'm getting like 3 hours. Like today when we recorded, I got 3 hours of sleep. I went to sleep like at. What time did I go to sleep? I think I went to like 7 or 8 o'clock, and then you hit me up at like 10:30, so probably less than 3 hours. But like after you leave this, I'm gonna get a bite to eat, and I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Yeah, so same with me. I sleep, but I don't sleep as much. What I do is I maximize my time. Like when your body's catching up to you, like you know it. So what I do is we all have like that time span where we're gonna be the most productive. Mm-hmm. So I focus on like let's say like today I only got like I think maybe 3.5 hours. It was like 5 something when I went to sleep, and I woke up like 8:17, so roughly like 3 hours, something like that. But anywho, so I woke up and I was like, let me just get straight to it. I know that my body's gonna eventually catch up to me, so I know that from the time I'm up, I have as many amount of hours. Let me just maximize what I can do, and once I feel that tiredness come in, let me go take a nap.
Yeah, that's kind of how I operate too. And right now, while I'm studying, I'm driving, everything, I can kind of do that. And that's working for me. Eventually, that's gonna change when I have a lot more structure in my day. Eventually that's going to be a completely different story, but right now that's kind of routine that I'm on right now. It's just, and then don't get me wrong, like I'll do this, but sometimes I'll go to sleep and I'll be sleeping for like 12,
not every day. It's not every day.
Sometimes I'll sleep for 12 hours, over 14 hours. Like sometimes I'll sleep, and that's my body. Like chill, like you catching up to sleep.
Remember the time I went to sleep around like 3 something.
Yeah, I remember.
And I woke up, it was 3 something. Yeah, and I looked at it, it was like I only slept for 10 minutes. It was 12 hours. That was actually pretty cool, though.
That's
I never slept for that long, but it was like I remember it because I literally looked at the time. It was like 3 something, I think like 3:19, and I woke up. It was like 3:30. I'm looking like, damn, like I felt like I had a deep sleep, but it was like a few minutes. I opened my door and then look outside. It's completely dark. I'm like, what type of 3 is this?
No, that's facts though, bro. That's facts. Yeah, but I mean, some days I sleep longer, but on average, I'm just taking like naps, trying to cram everything with study and everything like that. So it's rough right now, but
that's your daily routine.
Gotta get done. Yeah. That's it, bro.
And that's how we wrap it up.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
anything you want to say to them about daily routine?
Huh?
Anything you want to say to them about daily routine?
Nah, I think the most important thing about scheduling, have a daily routine is writing it down. Actual writing it down. I feel like that's the biggest thing, is writing down what you want to do through the day, and just try to follow it. You're not gonna hit everything at once, but try to knock off as much goals as possible or as much things as possible throughout the day to keep on progressing. And the little stuff, like I emphasize it so much, do little stuff to really to really hit that bigger goal. So yeah, I mean, everybody, thanks for listening again. Episode number 27 in the books. Shout out to Dr. Brown for stepping in for a quick brief knowledge. And yeah, thank you everybody for listening. You can follow me at Way Too Irrational. You can follow Hansome at HansomeKelly_. You can follow our IG page at What Are We Doing PC. You can also email us as whatarewedoingpc@gmail.com. And thank you, we appreciate it. You have a quote?
Yeah,
he was waiting for this quote.
No, it's really funny though. So this is one quote that I have in my phone. It's just from The Flash.
Oh, okay. We're getting a comedy quote.
That shows a great person development show. But all right, so the quote is by Julian, season 3. If you guys are paying attention. So it says, all right, so people are responsible for their own actions. To say otherwise is just to make yourself feel better.
Thank you.